Manchester United are in crisis after their recent home defeat to Liverpool. Calls for manager Erik ten Hag to be sacked have already begun, and he has defended himself by pointing to his record of winning more trophies than any other team in England apart from Manchester City. This is undeniable, but the two cups have also failed to mask the disjointed style of play the Red Devils have displayed. With United in disarray, many have recalled comments made by Ole Gunnar Solskjær about how a team progresses, and they are highly pertinent to the current situation. This is also one of the reasons why many fans still lament the departure of the baby-faced assassin, particularly given his record in the 2020-21 season. Following José Mourinho's treble of the Community Shield, the Carabao Cup, and the Europa League, the Old Trafford club went almost 6 years without a trophy, even losing the FA Cup final to Villarreal on penalties. The United manager at the time was Ole Gunnar Solskjær, otherwise known as the baby-faced assassin. Solskjær returned to manage the club at a time of great upheaval, caused by a breakdown in the relationship between the Special One and United's star players. The Norwegian coach immediately made his mark, with a run of victories, most notably the stunning Champions League last 16 comeback win over Paris Saint-Germain, having lost the first leg 2-0 at home. In the months that followed, Ole transformed United into arguably the best counter-attacking team in Europe, beating the likes of Manchester City and other Premier League sides. It was this style of play that led to what many believe was his finest hour, the 2020-21 season, when United finished as runners-up in the Premier League and reached the final of the Europa League. Excellent performances from the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Edinson Cavani, Mason Greenwood, and an assured Harry Maguire at the back helped the former Molde manager rack up the wins. However, trophies continued to elude him, and when the board failed to fully back him in the transfer market, bringing in players who did not fit his philosophy, things began to unravel. Many fans may regret the fact that the 51-year-old did not win any silverware, but he did speak about this very issue back in 2021 in relation to United's progress. Coincidentally, these comments have sparked a fierce debate now that current manager Erik ten Hag keeps talking about how he has won more cups than any other team apart from Manchester City in the past 2 years. Look at the league table. Do you see any progress? For me, that's the bread and butter of the season. You see the performances, you see how you cope with the ups and downs. Any cup competition can give you a trophy, but sometimes a trophy just hides the other things that are lacking. Consistency, performances that you need to improve on to win the league or to win trophies on a consistent basis. It's not like one trophy and now we're back. No, it's not like that at all. It's about making progress, getting closer to the ones who are where we want to be in the league, and being more consistent. A one-off trophy can paper over the cracks, but long-term it's not going to help you. This has caused controversy as to whether a team can be remembered without winning trophies, or whether the only cup that really matters is the one in the fans' hearts. However, Ole Gunnar Solskjær was not suggesting that United should only focus on improving their league position and ignore everything else. Rather, it was the phrase, "a trophy just hides the other things that are lacking," that is relevant here. For the Norwegian, it was always about progress on the pitch, rather than trophies. Because what is the point of winning a cup if you are still struggling on a day-to-day basis? Is that progress, or just the calm before the storm? No one is denying that Erik ten Hag has been a success in his 2 years in charge. He has ended the club's trophy drought, beating a great Manchester City side in the FA Cup final and reaching 4 cup finals in total. However, there is still a sense that the Old Trafford club are struggling to find an identity and consistency of performance. Their league position has declined season on season from 3rd to 8th. After playing in the Champions League, they now have to rely on the FA Cup, qualify for the Europa League. So perhaps ten Hag should focus less on defending his record of winning more trophies than Manchester City, and more on addressing the reality of the situation. Of course, this is not to compare Ole Gunnar Solskjær and Erik ten Hag, but merely to highlight the comments made by the baby-faced assassin about team development. It is true that reviving a United side that was in decline after the 2021-22 campaign was never going to be easy, and the former Ajax boss has made some notable improvement. He also has the backing of the board, something that the Norwegian legend did not fully enjoy. One similarity between the two managers is that they both took over at Old Trafford at a time of great upheaval, and both have had some success in addressing the problem. But neither has been able to deliver consistent success. Many pundits have speculated about how long Ten Hag will remain in his position, and most believe that he will be gone by Christmas at the latest, which is when previous United managers have been sacked. Ahead of the England derby, Erik ten Hag was asked about his future by new chief executive Omar Barada, who gave the 54-year-old his full backing. "We are very happy with the decision to extend with him. Erik has the full support of the board and has been working very closely with us during the summer transfer window, and will continue to do so to help us deliver the best results we can on the pitch. We still have belief in Erik." Or do we? Well, yes, of course we do. We think Erik is the right manager for the club, and we fully support him. Will the French CEO still feel the same after watching his team's abject and error-strewn display at Old Trafford on Sunday, when they were outplayed by their bitter rivals Liverpool? Meanwhile, new sporting director Dan Ashworth has spoken about the situation at United, saying, "I like the squad that we've got and have worked in about 25 transfer windows now, so I'm really pleased with the summer we've had, but I don't think it's perfect. There's always bits that you can improve on." But fundamentally, Manchester United have strengthened the areas that we targeted, improved the quality of the squad, and increased the depth of the squad. I've really enjoyed working with Erik. My role over the last 8 weeks has been to support him as best I can in terms of recruitment, in terms of mental health, in terms of training ground processes, taking away some of the burden so he can focus on the tactical side of it, preparing for games. Former Newcastle United chief executive, given the Dutchman plenty of backing this summer, after seeing at first-hand how poorly United performed last season. However, when you are given that backing, and the football does not improve, questions have to be asked, and Ineos are not stupid enough not to know what is best for the Red Devils at this moment in time. They have already installed Robin van Persie and René Meulenstein, both former Netherlands coaches, as assistant managers to Ten Hag. Their experience in management is noted, and if things do go wrong, they can be seamlessly replaced. Besides, finding another manager is no guarantee of success, as there is a whole new team to bed in with a new philosophy and 1,000 other things. So sacking Ten Hag is out of the question, at least until the end of the month. But one thing is for sure, he should stop using trophies as an excuse every time United have a bad result. Because as Ole Gunnar Solskjær once said, trophies can hide the cracks, but they do not bring real success. If United finish 10th this season, but retain the FA Cup or even win the Carabao Cup, it could be argued that the club has made progress, going from winning 1 trophy to winning 2 trophies in the space of a year. And Ten Hag will be seen as a successful manager with 4 cups in 3 years. Yes, trophies are important for any club, but the reality is that no cup can hide disharmony in the dressing room, poor performances, or a lack of attacking quality. So the international break will give the board and the manager time to sit down and work out how to address the problems that have been exposed in the first 3 games of the season. It is not a disaster yet, but a storm is brewing. If Manchester United do not find a way to address it or ride it out, Erik ten Hag will have a chance to put things right, but he will not have a chance to make excuses. If the Red Devils continue to perform poorly, then the writing is on the wall. So watch this space to see if there are any developments at the Theatre of Dreams over the coming weeks and months. You have just watched a Doc Football production. Let us know what you think by leaving a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please support the Doc Football team by giving us a like and subscribing, as well as turning on notifications so you never miss a new video on the channel. For now, goodbye and see you next time.